My name is Max, and I want to tell you about an experience that marked me forever. It was an ordinary day, but I didn't know that this day would plunge me into horror. My friends and I, Sarah, Lucas, and Emma, were used to sharing horror stories. One evening, we decided to explore the mysterious forest that bordered our town. The elders said there were depths in this forest where no one dared to venture, and our curiosity won over our common sense. Armed with flashlights and a camera, we entered the forest. The atmosphere quickly became oppressive. The twisted, dark trees seemed to watch us as if something in the shadows awaited our arrival. After a few hours of walking, we discovered an old abandoned temple covered in ivy and mystery. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I approached. The architecture was ancient, almost forgotten. With a mix of excitement and fear, we entered inside. The light from our flashlights revealed strange symbols on the walls and grotesque statues. The more we explored, the heavier the atmosphere became. Upon reaching the center of the temple, I noticed an altar with a small glowing stone. Drawn to it, I moved closer to touch it. The horror begins. The moment my fingers brushed the stone, a shadow crossed the room. A chill of fear overwhelmed me. The temple doors slammed shut, plunging us into total darkness. Whispers, initially indistinct, echoed around us, and I realized that something terrible was brewing. We tried to force the door open, but it was sealed. The whispers grew louder, like an enchanting melody. Sarah began to panic, and we decided to run through the temple, hoping to find an exit, but every corridor seemed to bring us back to the same place. The struggle for survival. Suddenly, Lucas screamed. Calling out to him, I realized he had disappeared. Heart racing, we searched everywhere, but the darkness seemed to swallow our voices. As we ran, I noticed the statues coming to life, their faces contorting into expressions of malice. Eventually, Sarah and I found an exit. We thought we were saved, but upon stepping out, we found ourselves in the same spot. The symbols on the walls seemed to vibrate, and terror paralyzed us. The final confrontation. As we tried to escape, we heard Lucas's voice. It was him, but he seemed different, possessed. "Don't leave me here," he screamed. Behind him, a dark figure rose, its eyes glowing with an evil light. We ran, but a cold hand grabbed my ankle. In a last effort, I managed to break free and reach the exit, but when I turned around, Sarah had vanished. The Troubling Epilogue. Days passed, but I didn't go home. I searched for my friends, desperate. One day, villagers found my abandoned camera near the temple. When they turned it on, a video began to play. We could see our laughter, then our screams, and finally, a disturbing silence. The villagers still say they hear whispers emanating from the forest, whispers that call into the darkness. Sometimes at night I feel that presence, as if the lost souls of my friends are still wandering, waiting to be freed. So, if you decide to explore the depths of this forest, remember my story. You might never come back.